Welcome back to another thrilling episode of Mac Music Review. Before we hop into the review, just want to say there's going to be some stuff down in the description if you want to know how the channel works and all that good stuff. It's going to be down in the description. Today, we are going to be looking at the album Discovery by Daft Punk, and here is the album cover. That was the album cover. Now, let's talk about this album. This album is the second major label album by Daft Punk. It's their second album, and this album was also very well received by critics and fans, and this album actually was more popular, more successful for them than their other album. This album featured the crazy big hit, electronic hit, One More Time, as well as Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, which is probably even more popular, featured in tons of movie trailers and movies and videos and all kinds of stuff. You've definitely heard that song before, if you've spent any time at all on the internet. But you've also probably heard One More Time. It's a pretty iconic song. And yeah, this album is an hour long. It's got 14 tracks, not as long as Homework, and not as many songs, and they're not as long. There are some long songs on this album, specifically Too Long, the song literally called Too Long, which is 10 minutes long. So the title doesn't lie, it's a long song. Let's just hop right into the review. This album, Discovery, why I need to mention this, Daft Punk is very inspired by the 70s. The 70s, the 80s, they're really inspired by disco music. That's like their biggest inspiration. And this album, somebody pointed out on this website, it's called Discovery, and if you mix the letters around, so this is the first part of the word, this is discover, this is like the first part of the word, and this is very, if you mix them around, if you do like this, it's very disco. The name of the album is Very Disco. And that is true. A lot of these songs are inspired by disco, specifically One More Time, and yeah, that's a very disco, like danceable song. A lot of the songs on this album are really upbeat, they're really fun, they're really energetic, high energy, and a lot of these are danceable and stuff that is meant to get you moving. I'm talking about One More Time, Aerodynamic, Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger. There's a wasp. There's a wasp. There's a wasp. Crescendos, most of the songs on this album, I would say, are very upbeat and energetic. Short Circuit, Face to Face, especially Face to Face, really energetic, upbeat songs that you can dance to. I'm holding a broom to fight off the wasp. At work today, I was harassed by a wasp, and it like freaked me out. And I'm ready to fight for my right to party, as a legendary band once said. I don't even know who did that song. I'm not a big fan of whoever that was. Anyway, yeah. Update, I just killed the wasp. I smacked it to the ground and stepped on it, and I pushed it off the stupid deck. I should have shown it on the video, like, of me, like, of the wasp, like, writhing in pain, but I didn't. Anyway, this album, very upbeat, very energetic. Some of the songs are not super duper energetic. The song Virtus Quo, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, literally sounds like an expert, like a piece of the Zelda soundtrack, like one of the Legend of Zelda games. It's really like you're on an adventure, and it's very bright, and there's, you know, you're surrounded by green trees and bushes that you want to slice with your sword and all that kind of stuff. It literally sounds like it's from that game. Some of the singing on this album, some of the vocals, this album, unlike Homework, some of these songs have words like Digital Love or Too Long or Face to Face, and it's mostly kind of a jazzy, kind of blues singing kind of voice. And some of it is this, you know, electro robot voice, like on One More Time or Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, and that's a very iconic sound for Daft Punk. They're known for their robot identities that they fully took on in the album, what's it called? Not Human After All, but I don't even remember what it's called. The album that won them the Grammy. Random Access Memories, where they had the masks, they had the robot Daft Punk masks, and that's really where their identity really took off. But I think I'm not right about that, because I think they had the whole robot thing before that album. Never mind, I'm wrong. I was wrong about that. Anyway, this album does have some lyrics, and the lyrics really are not important. One More Time is like an upbeat love dance song with the lyrics of just, one more time, we gotta celebrate. And then Digital Love is like a love song, harder, better, faster, stronger, like Around the World, literally just repeats those words over and over and over again. Superheroes has some vocal effects. I don't remember if it has lyrics, but it definitely has vocal effects. Something About Us, I thought that one had lyrics, but I'm not positive. Face to Face is like a love song, you know, I want to see you face to face, da-na-da, da-da-da-na, da-na-na-na. I can't do the music. It's kind of hard to replicate the music. And then Too Long also has lyrics. It's kind of a slower song. Yeah. Discovery. This album, Discovery, is a really, really fun, enjoyable electronic music album. This album was released in 2001, and it's hard to tell. Besides all the very obvious disco and 70s references on this thing, like inspiration, it's so upbeat and fun, and it's so well produced. This thing just sounds, the quality of this record, like nearly every song on this album sounds like gold. Like super well produced, super catchy, super fun, super energetic and awesome. The first song is just awesome, really cool. Aerodynamic is just a fantastic second song. People don't talk about this song. Like, I haven't heard of this before listening to this album, and it's so cool. Like the energy on the just it sounds like it should be in a movie soundtrack because it's so like upbeat and energetic. Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger, of course, is awesome. The progression of that song, it starts off really cool, and then gets cooler, and then by the climax, it's just awesome. Crescendos is really, really cool. Night Vision is a good track, a pretty short track, but also pretty cool sounding. Voyager, Virtus Quo really is kind of beautiful. It's kind of peaceful. It's really nice. It's very different from all the other songs on the album, but it is a really nice, very, very well produced, great sounding song. Really good sounding. Face to Face is a jam. This is a banger. And Short Circuit is also a really good sounding song. Seriously, like almost all the songs on this album are like gold, or like really, really well produced, really enjoyable, really cool. This is a really, really cool album. I have about 2 complaints about this album, and it's the songs Superheroes and Too Long. Superheroes has some really awkward vocal effects that I don't care for. They literally ruin the song for me. Like, it just sounds bad. Like, the vocals on that song for some reason just sound bad. And Too Long, as the title suggests, is just way too long. It's a lot of music. It's a lot of length. It's a lot of stuff, but there's almost nothing there. There's really just, it's a lot of nothing is what it is. And the vocals also on that song are not great. They get better and worse as the song progresses. Like, the vocals change, but some of the vocals on that song are really awkward and do not sound very good. But besides Superheroes and Too Long, this album is just awesome. This is a really, really cool, really well produced, really enjoyable, really fun, really cool album. Yeah. Discovery, this is one of the coolest EDM albums I've ever heard. Literally just the quality of the music and how high energy and how epic it is. Also worth noting, I didn't even mention this earlier, this is like never before heard kind of music. Like, this is really, really original and organic sounding. Like, I have not heard other EDM that sounds just like this. It's not at all generic. It doesn't sound like anything of the later 2000s and the 2010s. It's very own creation. It's very own beast. Discovery is very much its own original album, and it's so cool. The music is just original, organic, just awesome sounding, really well produced, nearly all through the whole album. I'm going to give this album a 4.25 out of 5. What do you think of Discovery? What do you think of Daft Punk? What is your favorite Daft Punk song? What's your favorite song from this album? Tell me all that good stuff down in the description for this video if you want to. If you don't want to, then why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. Don't do something you don't want to do, unless it's like charity or like helping poor people or like anything charity related. You might not want to do that, but you should do that. That's good. Or recycling. You might not want to recycle, but just do it. It's not hard. Thank you for watching the video. Have a good rest of your day.